Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Welcome back to Black Statement Music and News Channel. I am your brother, back with you again, Brother Bao Jing Chin. I'm coming to you this evening, and I'm coming to you to address this latest sick, disgusting, world insulting show that we have just witnessed in Dallas, Texas. Let me get straight to my point. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, to you all over the world, I have listened for the last couple of days of the different comments and statements that have been spoken by our dear brothers and sisters from different news stations, media outlets, YouTube station, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social media platforms. I have heard the cries and the disappointment and the aggravation from all of you, my dear brothers and my dear sisters. And all of you have a right to speak your opinion about this disgusting, despicable act that we have just witnessed. And I'm speaking about the trial and the sentencing of Miss Amber Geiger and the despicable, disgusting actions of our dear sister, our dear black sister, supposedly black sister, Tammy Kemp, Judge Tammy Kemp. Now, let me just say this and get right to the point of what I want to say. Like I said, I've heard all of you all's opinion. But here's the deal. Whenever a black man or a white woman comes into an atmosphere when it's involving law and justice and equality for a black man or black woman, there is no way in the world that any black man or black woman should openly and willingly, with no feelings, show the type of remorse and love like our sister, this black judge, Sister Tammy Kemp, showed in this trial. While we should forgive, because God Almighty himself says that if you won't forgive those who have trespassed against you, I would be justified not to forgive you. That is in the Word of God. But you have to be able to read that scripture and break it down and to understand it in its context, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to go deep into the Bible and religion and so-called what y'all call Christianity, because there's no such thing as Christianity. There's never been such a thing called Christianity. That's a man-made name and religion and denomination and organization. There is such a thing as a Christian, but there is no such thing as Christianity. I'll talk about that and break that down at another time. But I want to make my point and make it very clear to the world and let the world know that if we, as black people, black men and black women in America, who supposed to have high positions of authority and power and leadership, those who hold high political offices, those who hold high positions in the criminal justice system, in America's political system, and any other system, if you are not going to show how to present yourself when it comes to initiating your power and authority, then you should not be in power or authority. Let me say that again. If any black man or black woman in America is unwilling to use their authority as they have been given it and sworn under oath to uphold that power and authority that you've been given, you don't need to be sitting in no office, sitting on no bench as a judge, as a chief of police, as an educator, as a spiritual leader, a pastor, preacher, whatever the case may be. We don't need you and we don't want you representing black people. Because this act that has just taken place, like I say, it's despicable and disgusting. It's one of the greatest acts of acting like a house Negro or Uncle Tom that I have ever seen or witnessed in my life. The actions and the show that our sister, Judge Miss Tammy Kemp, put on in that courtroom was one of the most despicable and disgraceful acts I've ever seen in my life. Number one, who are you to assume, first of all, that Miss Geiger don't have a Bible? How you know she don't have a Bible in her house? How do you even know that she's a Christian or not? You don't even know if that woman is a Christian. How you gonna offer somebody something that represents the Christian faith and don't even know if this person that you are offering this Bible to is a Christian? Number two, while our sister, Miss Tammy, the judge, she do have a right to forgive, to console, and to show remorse and forgiveness to people, but you do that in the right place, and that was not the right place to display the behavior that she showed to Miss Geiger. That place, that courtroom, is where justice is supposed to be served and carried out. that courtroom is where she was voted or chosen or hired as a judge to do her job, to carry out her different responsibilities that she's supposed to carry out as a judge in that courtroom. Like I said again, she has the right, any person has the right to console and show condolence and forgiveness or whatever to another person. But in that setting, that was not the right place to do that. Number two, we must stop this weak and passive type of mentality and behavior as black men and women in America. We got to stop this foolishness, brothers and sisters. We got to stop this foolishness. See, because this ain't nothing new. Black people been killed, raped, robbed, tortured, hung, burned for years. For hundreds and thousands of years, black people, men and women and children, have been castrated and exterminated for years. And to this day, there has not been no type of apology or no type of sympathy from those who I'm talking about run and control America. Those in political offices, in high places. Those who hold high political positions. I'm talking about the rich, supposed to be intellectual establishment, white establishment, the white Caucasian establishment in America has never, ever, to this day, came out on national TV and said to the world that we apologize from the bottom of our hearts for all of the torturous, indecent, uncivilized, barbaric killing and abuse that we have done, or that our great grandfathers have done, or those who were slave masters and slave owners have done to black people in this country and around the world. That has never been done. And brothers and sisters, far as I believe, for them not to have done it to this point in this day and time, as we live today, I don't believe it's in their blood, or I don't believe it's a part of their agenda to do that. So my point, what I'm making is, you see, when white people can continue to kill and gun down and shoot innocent, unarmed black men and women in this country, like they have been doing and they are doing, when they can keep doing that, and black people will go out of their way to still show that, well, even though they did that, we still love you. How in the hell can you love a murderer and a killer? Somebody that has gunned down an innocent man in his own home and then justified by saying that she thought she was in the wrong place. You see, again, when black men and black women, in this case, the sister, Miss Tammy Kemp, when these type of, I don't know if I can even give them a respect to calling her a black woman. But when you do stuff like that, Miss Kemp, what you got to understand is you show to the enemy that, well, we still got them in that slave mentality, because we can continue to kill them, disrespect them, don't give them no justice, and they'll still love us like they did when we had them on the plantation. We can gun them down. We can kill innocent black people and slaughter them by the dozens. And we still will have a lot of them to still love us and to show forgiveness to us for what we continue to do and get away with in America. So my whole point about this is just, this got to stop. This has to stop. And I'm going to say this again to all of you. And what I'm finna say, if the shoe fits you, then wear it. I'm speaking to you. If this shoe don't fit you, I ain't talking to you. But what I'm finna say is to all of you so-called black, colored, African Americans, or whatever name you call your damn self, but all of you black, hypocrite, Negroes, Uncle Tom Negroes, house niggers, coons, and whatever other slavish mentality type of definition that you want to put on yourself, let me tell you something. The day is coming where God gonna deal with you. God gonna deal with you. See, just like Judas told on Jesus and gave him up and laughed in his face and wanted everybody to believe that he was one of the most loving disciples and he was down with the disciples and he was down with Jesus, and I love you, Jesus. I love you, Master. But he turned on him in the end. It's the same thing y'all doing today. Y'all got these disguises on and these different masks on that you're hiding behind, meaning in your positions, like you here to serve the people, which you supposed to be doing, but you serving the interests of white folks. You serving the interests of white, Caucasian, European, Caucasoid race of people. The elites, the high secret society, families, and groups and organizations of white Caucasian people that run and control the world, that has their representatives giving y'all positions of power such as judges and lawyers and politicians and leaders. See, you got to understand one thing. And I've been saying this on a lot of my different messages I've been giving. You can kiss their ass, excuse my language, but I'm so upset now. Y'all can kiss these people behind from the time the sun come up to the time the sun come down. But let me tell you something. They will never, ever accept you or give you the type of love that you seeking to get from them as long as you live. Let me say that again. These white, Caucasian, high, sophisticated elites, secret society families, these who run the world, these white folks will never, ever, ever pull you in and accept you to be that real, caring, and loving to their heart friend or associate as long as they live. You trying to be their friend, you trying to show them, and I understand, but what I don't understand is, how is it today in 2019 that you truly believe in your heart, mind, spirit, and soul that by you kissing their ass, excuse my language again, but I have to just be raw as I can. What make you think by you kissing their behind that's going to make them love you any more than they already do? So I'm saying this to you to open your eyes up. In their eyes, yeah, Miss Tammy, we going out to lunch. I want to invite you over to my house. You know, we having our big luncheon. We having our 20th anniversary. We having our special program that we have every so many years, and we want you to have the honor of coming and sitting amongst us so we can fellowship with you, Miss Tammy. Let me tell you something. They've been doing that for years. And you go to their functions, you go to their homes, you accept their extension of their love, and you receive their invitations, and you really think that you got more privileges than your other black brothers and sisters, or you think you got more privileges than some of their own white Caucasian brothers and sisters and people, let me tell you something. Don't you be no fool. Because deep within their hearts, I'm talking about the high elites, the ones that got control over the ones that's offering y'all these different invitations, inviting you into the house, to the big house, and inviting you to come in the back door, and inviting you to sit on their shows and this and that. The ones that's controlling them, white Caucasian people, the ones at the top, as far as they're concerned, they thinking gonna be just like their great-great-grandfathers. To you, in their eyes, they look at you as nothing but another nigger. I hate to be so raw, but I have to be raw and tell it to you just like it is. And so let me end this conversation by saying that was the most ridiculous, buffoonery, clown show that I have ever seen in my life displayed on public TV. And I know they done sent it all around the world to convince y'all about this is what forgiveness is really is about. This is what it really means to forgive. And I'm going to say it for the last time. It's nothing wrong with forgiving. You should forgive an individual if there's trespass against you, if a person have betrayed you, if a person have hurt you or done wrong to you or took things from you, you forgive a person. But that, you deal with that in a certain type of way, and you deal with it in the context in which the incident had unfolded. You don't come to your job where you come and supposed to come to do your job, which is to listen to the evidence and to listen to both sides of the culprit and the victim, and then you make your decision and you render your decision and you keep order in the court and you do what you do, court is adjourned and you go home. And that's my whole point. I never seen nothing like this in our life. We have never seen nothing like this in our life. Miss Tammy Kemp, you got to ask yourself. You could have gave her a Bible after the court was over with. You could have mailed the Bible to this woman. You could have gave her a Bible before she came to you for sentencing and for the trial. And so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I'm going to say it again. If it was to show your superiors, your white Caucasian superiors, that you got love, let me show you how much love we got. Let me show y'all. Like that's going to help you get more favor with them, or they're going to give you some special privileges. I'm going to tell you again, sister, in their eyes, you just another black woman that's a judge that sit on a bench in a courtroom, but deep, deep down in their subconscious, you nothing but a nigga. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. Until they come out on national TV, I'm talking about the heavyweight Caucasians, who I mentioned earlier, the secret societies, the elites, the high establishment, until they come out on national TV and make a worldwide apology about the injustice, the barbaric, uncivilized, brutal, devious killing and murder and the way they treated black people, then maybe I can be convinced that they really have some remorse in their heart. But right now, sister, you got some soul searching to do, sister. I'm talking to you out of love today, Miss Tammy Kemp. I'm speaking to you out of love. You got some soul searching to do. My young brother that showed remorse to Miss Geiger, I deal with that on another message. Part 2 of this. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a part 2. I'm hoping all y'all digest this word message I just gave y'all, because this is real. And I'm asking all of us to now come together. It's time for us to come together. I keep telling y'all, black people, my black brothers and sisters, it's time for us to come together and unite. And we need to have community forums all over America. Black people need to unite. We need to have black community suburb meetings and conferences to deal with nothing but directly these different type of events that's been taking place. You go all the way back to the LeBron and the Rich Paul situation, racist, subliminal racist undertones. That's all that was. You go back to the Jay-Z situation, racist, subliminal undertone. That's all that is. Now we dealing with this. Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to come together. And on my next message, I'm going to share what I want to say to you about the young brother that embraced Miss Geiger, Miss Amber Geiger. I deal with her and our young brother on the next message. Thank all of you for tuning in again to Black Statement Music and News. And if any of you want to contact me, you can contact me at my email address is baojeanchin@gmail.com. That's baojeanchin@gmail.com. That's BALGENECHENN@gmail.com. My telephone number where I can be reached is 786-800-1514. That's 786-800-1514. And until I see and speak to you guys again, may God continue to keep you. May God continue to bless you. And may God continue to protect all of you. Stay in the moment. Stay in peace. And stay in your blackness. Until we meet again, peace. I love you.